welcome to This Is Me Natural Hair and Health Show, and I'm your host radiva Stanford. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. I hope y'all enjoyed the last episode where I gave you a brief introduction of natural hair, how to care for your natural hair, and a lot of the concerns in which people have for it. Well, today's episode, I'm going to get to talk a little bit more about, the product choices, the reasons why you use certain products, things that's good for your hair, and also things that you can eat. First, I would like to give a shout out to AM/PM Bell Bonder for sponsoring this week's episode. AM/PM Bell Bonder, you can contact Stokely May at 252-412-1048. And now with today's broadcast. As I was saying, as far as in natural hair, already we went through the summer. A lot of times people, you wreak havoc with the summer heat, humidity, trying to maintain your texture. Well, now that we're ready to go into the fall, things will change, and you have to keep your hair a lot more moisturized as well while you're going into the winter seasons and the fall seasons, the fall and then the winter seasons. With that being in mind, please make sure that you keep your moisture and everything intact with your hair while the seasons is changing, and make sure that you adjusting some of your product choices so it's not so heavier on your hair. As far as, and I was saying, different things that you can use, as they say with our natural hair care world, a lot of foods that we eat should be edible for us. Things that we eat, things that we put on our hair should be essential that we can be able to eat. I briefly talked about this on my radio show. Those that had listened to the radio broadcast, this is a spin-off from my radio broadcast. So just in case you have listened, you might hear something that you've heard previously, but if anything, I will be adding more to get more detail for you. Edible hair care is things that we have been mixing at home. It has been very affordable. It can be very affordable for those that want to do things at home, mix up at home instead of using products out the store. Natural hair care does consist of things like your shea butters, your organic extra virgin olive oil, castor oils, sesame oil, rosemary extracts. The list goes on and on, which I will go a little bit more further in detail. But I'm going to take a quick little pause and I'll be right back. As I was saying, that as far as with our hair texture, our genetic structure, DNA, our density and texture is what characterizes what products to use. So please keep in mind with a lot of the oils and things in which you use for your hair, that you're not using things that's going to weigh your hair down, that's going to keep your hair from growing or cause a lot of breaking and shedding. One thing that I have been noticing that people's getting distressed with their hair. They've been natural for a little while, maybe 2 years, and they decided they don't know what to do. They almost about to go back to relax. If that's you, please call me ASAP. You do not have to go back to relax hair. There are other alternatives that you can do to your hair. But what's causing a lot of people to become stressed is they feel like that they are at a standstill with a lot of the styling choices that they can use. They feel like that their hair is doing a lot of shedding, breaking, their hair is not growing. They don't understand what to do with their natural hair. So they start coming in to see what can they do to their hair. When you get to this point, for one, the hair, if it's still like brittle, shedding, and popping, your hair needs to be emulsified. Your hair needs more conditioning treatments to it. You need to rebuild your amino acids. The hair is compromised with 22 amino acids, and you can actually eat 9 of those back by eating like your beans, your proteins, your rice, eggs, chicken, things of that nature, fish that has your omega-3 fatty acids. Those that can help rebuild your at least 9 of your amino acids. The other 11 needs to come from your professional stylist that can incorporate things into the hair that can help rebuild your structure, keep your elasticity, rebuild the bonds, and keep your hair growing in a good orderly, and keep your hair growing and rebuilding the integrity of it. When you notice a lot of shedding, a lot of times your hair can be dehydrated. The scalp itself can get dehydrated if you're not drinking a lot of water imparting a lot of nutrients into the hair. When you go natural, you understand that you have to not only feed the hair externally, but you have to feed it internally as well to provide the nutrients so your sebaceous glands can secrete sebum into the hair shaft. When your hair is not secreting a lot of sebum, it can then causes where your hair is breaking and popping due to lack of moisture, lack of humidity, lack of conditioning strength being refortified into the hair. But a lot of times we feel like oils that we put onto the hair, that can causes the hair to, oils is not actually put moisture into it. Oil is more of a vehicle. It's a lubricant. It protects the hair. It coats the hair shaft more like a silicone base. But oil itself is not a moisturizer. You need to use things that actually has your emollients in it, so it can provide more moisture from the inside via the hair shaft and the hair strand itself. A lot of times we feel like, you know, that we can do a lot of things at home, but when you have too much shedding and breaking, that's when you need to see your professional stylist or a certain licensed natural hair care specialist like myself that can rebuild your pH levels of your hair. If you have too much acidity and alkaline levels into your hair and your body, it can wreak havoc on your metabolism, where your cells and your body is not rejuvenating your proper hair structure like it should. So your hair itself is more, maybe a lot clammy, it's not growing properly, it's stiff, it's tough, you have beaded hair. That's not correct. You do not have to have beaded hair. Your hair should not be in a standstill where it's not growing. Natural hair is very, very versatile. It should be very moisturized, like myself. As you see, I have very curly pattern with my hair. I curl mine a lot. It's I could say like a type 3 because of how my curl pattern or my curl texture comes out. I do myself do a lot of finger coiling. I like playing in it. I love colors. That's another thing that you can have fun with when you're natural. You can have fun with your colors and stuff. But I'm going to take a quick pause, and when I come back, I'll go more in depth about different things that what you can do with your natural hair. Good. And we're back to This Is Me, and I'm your host, Radiva Stanford, owner of True Image Natural Hair and Beauty Salon, located at 1100 B Charles Boulevard, Greenville, North Carolina. My phone number is 252-364-2904 if you have any questions or concerns about your natural hair. As I'm also giving a nice plug-in, those of y'all know that my Natural Hair Expo is November the 24th, 2012 at the Greenville Convention Center. Beauty is Skin Deep, second annual Natural Hair Expo for the mind, body, and soul. I'm telling you, y'all are in for a treat. Last year we had over 700 in attendance. This year we are well expecting more. Vendors from all over is already calling and ready to come. So please go ahead, get your tickets. If you're a vendor, go ahead on and contact me now. I am looking for models and performers and different such to be able to perform at the expo. But once again, November 24th, Black Saturday at the Convention Center. Alright, now before the break, I was talking about about your sebaceous glands and oils and things of that nature. Why, when your hair is textured, oil itself does not travel down the hair shaft like it should. Why? Because the hair is coily. So it's hard for the oil to travel down coily hair. But when the hair is straight, the hair can travel down, oil can travel down the straight hair a lot easier. So that's why it's very important that you impart oils into the hair. You keep the hair from drying out, from cracking, you keep the scalp itself from cracking and drying, to having cerebral dermatitis and other things that can lead to other problems. But a lot of the fatty acids, the triglycerides, and other things are very important that the sebum itself naturally builds into our hair and our hair shaft. This is what keeps our hair healthy. If we not have oils into our hair, the hair can break. I know a lot of times y'all get the blowouts and different things on your hair. You're concerned if you're putting too much oils onto the hair, if that's going to cause problems. Please be advised that if you do not put oils onto your hair while you're doing a lot of thermal heating, like blow drying and flat ironing, you can cause your hair to dry out. It's going to stiffen up and it's going to break. If you do not want your hair to be popping and breaking, where you will notice in your parting you have flyaways. Sometimes you will notice if you part your hair or around your edges of different places, you notice your flyaway or your breakage in your hair. If you're noticing that, that is being caused by excessive breakage or too much heat damage. A lot of times clients call me, ask me, do I do the Dominican blowouts? Yes, at my salon I do a form of a air forming service or a blowout. But I do not do a lot of heat when I'm doing my blowouts. Why? Because too much heat can cause damage. Too much pulling and tugging can snap the hair. So please be advised when you're getting certain services to your hair that it can compromise the integrity and the strength of your hair, and your hair can be thinning and breaking over time. You do not need a lot of tension on the hair. Natural hair is too fragile for a lot of the services. So you cannot be putting so much tension. Be advised with a lot of your braids. If you're getting braids and your hair, you start noticing that your edges get shiny, that means that your tension, your hair itself or our scalp have a post reactor. It senses when we have too much pressure into our scalp. So when you get in certain services like certain weaves, your braids and things like that, that causes tension alopecia, that causes the hair to break off or to cause the baldness around your edges, or even like certain spots within your crown region where it causes weakness. Your pulse reactor squeezes and where your scalp is being squeezed, and it tells it to stop the blood flow. That causes permanent hair follicle damage. Or it also can cause folliculitis. I know I might say it a little wrong, but that can cause a little issues with your hair and your scalp. But anyway, when you're doing that to your hair, please do not put so much tension on your hair. Please be advised that you can do air forming and blowouts without causing so much damage to your hair. You have to put oils on it or some type of glossifier, silk proteins, and something to help lubricate and keeps that hair from drying out. With your highly textured hair, your hair should be massaged with your oils on a daily or every other day basis. You don't want to get it so heavy to the point where you're having problem where it's messing up your pillowcases, but you do want to have a little oil into your hair. I do recommend like your pure vitamin E oils. Pure vitamin E is a natural vitamin that is good for rebuilding your cell structures, not only in your hair but in your scalp, your skin, and your nails. So it's good while it's going down your bloodstream, where it's providing nutrients for your body at the same time. Also, you can use things like your heavier oils, like your castor oils. You can rub a little bit that into your hair, where that can also make your hair get a little bit stronger and it can grow. But you don't want to oversaturate your hair with products. Once again, like I said before, the FDA does not have no indicator or no way to regulate how we're using some of our products. So please be mindful of certain things that you're using. But at the same time, you don't want to cause no problems for your hair. I'm going to take a quick break, and when I come back, we're going to go more in depth with that.
Stop!
to This Is Me, and I'm your host, Radiva Stanford. As I was stating before about your different oils and choices, and why our sebum is very important to our hair, because it naturally produces certain emollients that protects our hair and our scalp from different environmental things and a lot of bacteria, as well as it's a waterproof barrier for our hair and our skin. Our wax, triglycerides, and fatty acids also help nourish our skin and helps keep our hair from drying and cracking, and our skin from drying and cracking as well, and our scalp. Why? Because it has our largest blood vessels, and we need to make sure we are feeding and nourishing our hair follicles and our hair shaft accordingly. When you are choosing your oils, like I was saying, please make sure you're getting it according to your hair texture, your hair density, and your hair's porosity. Your hair density and porosity will help you determine which oils will weigh your hair down. Thick hair texture needs more moisture massage into the hair to keep it from breaking. Since highly textured hair, when our hair is textured, our hair is coiled, which means that oil cannot travel directly down the hair shaft. Also, please be advised, when that's happening, you need to put oils according to your texture. Heavier oils like shea, castor oils, that is for your heavier textured hair, and our jojoba oils and extra virgin olive oils, they are for your thin and medium texture hair. But once you learn your hair and your natural tresses, you will be able to get more products that's better for your hair, and not get products that's, a lot of people, as they say, they do have like shelves throughout there, like they're pretty much their own beauty salon in their house from buying so many products. You don't want to get overdue or overdose in your products. Get things that's specifically for your hair. Learn your hair, what your hair can do. As you enter into your winter months and as the season changes for our summertime, those that was doing a lot of exercising, where their hair was sweating out, you probably wearing more braids. Please keep a lot of emollients and conditioners in your hair to keep your hair from breaking and causing a lot of tension alopecia, which is where you have the thinning and breaking around your edges from a lot of your braids from too much tension to the hair. But with closing, I want to say, like, you know, with the natural hair, I've been seeing a lot of people that's been distressed with their hair. A lot of people has been coming in, they don't know what to do with their hair. Been 2 or 3 years now which they've been having problems with their hair. But at the same time, if this is you, do not go to relaxer. There are other alternatives that you can do to your hair. Like when your hair is short like mine, you can wear a lot of coil styles, which can also help your hair to grow. It also can lead to a lot of your locking if you decide you want to go into locking. Knowing your ending journey will help your beginning transition of your natural. Where do you want to be at? Where do you see yourself? Do you want to be free flowing? Do you want to be locks? Do you want to be more textured? Do you want to be curly? What do you see with your hair? How much maintenance do you want with your hair? Natural hair is not cheap. Please do not think that natural hair, the service is a little bit cheaper. Natural hair takes a lot more creativity, a lot more work, a lot of attention, more products, more knowledge. Natural hair takes more time and understanding of the natural tresses than it does with relaxed hair. When you're relaxed, or when you have more of a chemically textured hair like a curl or something, then everybody's hair is the same. So you can put that product or something specific, like things for relaxers. You can wear your wraps or doobies and things of that nature. But when you're natural and your hair is textured, a stylist has to break down your hair a lot better. Your stylist has to be more knowledgeable on how to maintain your hair to keep your hair from breaking, drying, and falling out. Even when your hair is relaxed, if you're having too much shedding, too much damage to your hair, your pH could be off balance, you need to neutralize it, your hair is weak, you need to rebuild your hair follicles. There's a lot of things that can wreak havoc on your hair. But please, if you're getting to a distress point with your natural tresses, come by, stop by, or email me, and let's get a thorough consultation, and I can give you a lot more details on what to do. on this episode, I will have some little slideshows on different styles on your natural hair, or different styles that you can wear. Some coil styles, some ceramic silkiness, some protective styles. You have your rope twist, it's 2-strand flat coiling. The list goes on and on. You can use your different Marley hair or your micro twist hair to do different things to your hair, different styles and stuff. But natural hair should be fun. You should not be distressed with it. You should not be feeling like that you are just at a standstill or your hair won't grow. If it has been well over a year and your hair is still at a small or at a like a medium length, or if you've been 2 years and you're just now getting shoulder length, consider some of the techniques that you've been doing to your hair. Consider other things, or actually come see a licensed natural hair care specialist like myself, which I'm the owner of True Image Natural Hair and Beauty Salon, located here at 1100B Charles Boulevard in Greenville, North Carolina. And we can get some more details and consultations on what to do with your hair. But as I said with my closing, I want to just make sure that with each episode, I do provide you with some good knowledge. Maybe not too much knowledge, because you know I love to talk. I love hair. I'm passionate about it. Anybody that comes to my salon know that I'm going to give you all of me. I don't like hair that's breaking, shedding, damaged, or that's not sexy and full of like grace and just beauty. I love hair that bounces and just speaks. So when you come see me, please make sure that you know that I'm going to have to talk to your hair just a little bit, so then I can understand what you've been doing to it, so we can get it onto a more of a healthier journey. But thank you for tuning in to this episode of This Is Me, Natural Hair and Beauty Salon. At my salon, enhancing and transforming the beauty of your true natural image is my pleasure. Also, once again, I would like to say thank you to AMPM Bell Bonding for sponsoring this episode. Stokely May, which is a Bell agent, 252-412-1048. My phone number is at 252-364-2904. And please make sure about your Hair Expo tickets. Beauty is Skin Deep, Natural Expo, second year. Tickets is already being bought. I have advance tickets online for $15. It will be $20 at the door, so I advise you to take advantage of the savings. But I'm going to have my partner, Born Naughty, which is Martone Evans. We're going to have more exclusive fashions, more exclusive products, hair demonstrations, of course, product knowledge, educational classes, wellness, health. It's just going to be a whole nother full day of excitement. Beauty is Skin Deep Natural Hair Expo for the mind, body, and soul. November 24th from 11 to 7. And thank you again for tuning in to another episode of This Is Me. And I'm Ranita, and I'm your host. And we're out. Thank you.
Queen City Productions and Boy Natty presents The Beauty is Skin Deep Natural Hair Expo for the Mind, Body, and Soul. Saturday, November 24th at the Greenville Convention Center. The door will open at 11 a.m. It will last until 7 p.m. Get ready for the Beauty is Skin Deep Natural Hair Expo for the Mind, Body, and Soul. Experience the latest fall fashions and trends from the exclusive Born Natty fashion line. Vendor spots are still open. Educational seminars focusing on wellness health for men and women. It's the Beauty is Skin Deep Natural Hair Expo for the Mind, Body, and Soul. Saturday, November 24th at the Greenville Convention Center. Well, you need more information? You can call Radiva at 252-258-5730. Martone at 919-271-0497. Beauty is Skin Deep Natural Hair Expo for the Mind, Body, and Soul. You can also purchase your ticket on NC2012naturalhairexpo.eventbrite.com. Don't forget, it's the Beauty is Skin Deep Natural Hair Expo for the Mind, Body, and Soul. Saturday, November 24th at the Greenville Convention Center. Doors open at 11 a.m. True Image Natural Hair and Beauty Salon, proud sponsor of This Is Me, Natural Hair and Health Show. You can be a sponsor of This Is Me, Natural Hair and Health Show by calling 252-364-2904. True Image Natural Hair and Beauty Salon. located 1100B Charles Boulevard in the city of Greenville, where our natural hair specialist, certified colorist, cosmetologist specializing in healthy, sexy hair, waiting to serve you. True Image Natural Hair and Beauty Salon. Also proud sponsor of This Is Me Natural Hair and Health Show. Call for your appointment today at 252-364-2904.